Welcome to Capital OTB's Daily Report, brought to you by CapitalOTBBet.com. I'm Seth Merrill, and this is the Daily Report for Wednesday, June 30th. Thanks for joining us. As always, we start with a trivia question, as this is the last day of June, and we're 6 months into the year. See if you can name the current leading jockey and leading trainer in the country as far as the number of wins. And yeah, there is another day of racing ahead this afternoon, but both the leading jockey and leading trainer are far enough ahead on the win total. It's a certainty they will be the leader at the end of Wednesday as well, and so also the leader at the halfway point of the year as we are coming to the end of June and the first 6 months of 2021. So the current leading jockey and trainer as we approach the halfway point at the end of today of 2021. And we're looking for the number of wins leader in the North American jockey and trainer race. That's today's trivia question. We'll have the answer a little bit later on. Now let's jump in as far as the Wednesday, June 30th edition of the Daily Report. Let's start out last weekend, big weekend down at Churchill. Nice performance by Maxfield and a lot of other great stakes performances, but Latruska really jumped out and solidified her claim to the top of the division. She'd already jumped there with the win in the Phipps just 3 weeks prior, but came back the other day and ran very well in the Fleur-de-Lis to win that impressively down at Churchill. And here was the trainer, Fausto Gutierrez, in the winner's circle afterwards, talking a little bit about potentially the plans throughout the summer and into the fall with Latruska.
The first is she go back okay. I hope to yes. And now we have 2 months. I think we have to decide between the Saratoga to the personal and sign, or maybe stay here to run again in September, maybe give another race at October and go to the Breeders' Cup if everything is okay. But I prefer to go in more easy way, this kind of races or something. Finally, the object is the Breeders' Cup.
Did you think maybe against the boys at some point?
I think when you go to that division, it need to be for a very, very special race. If this happens, it could be in the Classic. No before. No, it's not a point. If we have to take the risk, it's there.
That's interesting. Trainer Gutierrez tabbing the personal ensign up at Saratoga as a potential start over the summer for Latruska. That would be great. We'd love to see her up in our neighborhood, but he also noted he wants to take the easiest path possible to the Breeders' Cup. So I don't know whether that will be the personal ensign or not. I would think that would wind up to be kind of salty this year, but we'll see. Latruska really impressive again last weekend. Going to be fun to watch her for the remainder of the season, regardless of where she goes. Also, Tuesday at Churchill Downs, Obesos, nice 3-year-old for our friends at West Point and Partners, had a workout at Churchill in prep for the July 7th Indiana Derby. On board for the workout was jockey Marcelino Pedroza, and here are some comments he had after the Obesos workout Tuesday morning at Churchill Downs.
I mean, I love it because he actually relaxed and he wasn't that keen like he was in the Mad Win, and he was kind of like, I thought he was gonna be like that in the Kentucky Derby, a little nervous because a lot more people, but for some reason in the Mad Win he was acting too fresh and kind of keyed up and a little stronger than I wanted to, and in the early part too. Not like he did in the Derby, he relaxed more, and well, but that's kind of like races are. You never know what's gonna happen until the gates open. Even in the gate, the day in the Mad Win, he kind of reared up in the gate, and I don't know, for some reason he was just, I guess it wasn't his day.
What about the work? Are you seeing some signs?
Oh yeah, he galloped out just like he was before the Derby, and galloped out really strong all the way over here to the kitchen. And I'm really confident now in him now. The way he worked today, I like it a lot.
And now they're coming to your track. You're the leading rider up there at Indiana Grand.
Well, you can tell like it's kind of. I know how it is. I know how the tracks. Sometimes the track is different, and let's see how it plays out. But the day and the Derby, right? As of right now, the track is being fair. So you can come from behind, be close to the pace, don't matter right now. So let's see what happened that day, and hopefully his couple days over the to that day. So hopefully, knock on wood, that he come back fine after the work today, and let's see what happened in July 7th.
This would be huge for you to win the Indiana, the biggest race.
And
at, you know, at the track that you
yeah,
done
that's
so well in recent
oh yeah,
years,
of course
and
it will. I
leading
mean,
rider.
of course it will. I mean, especially with normally guys over there, they don't have the chance to ride in the Derby, and so I'm lucky that I'm gonna have the opportunity to ride the horse that I rode in the Kentucky Derby. So let's see what happens.
Obesos, 5th in the Kentucky Derby and 2nd subsequently in the Matt Winn, both at Churchill Downs. He heads July 7th to the Indiana Derby at Indiana Grand. Marcelina Pedrosa there with some comments after the workout on Tuesday morning at Churchill from Obesos. Coming up ahead on Wednesday at Capital OTB, Capital OTB TV, CapitalOTBBet.com. Kind of a fun, different kind of a feel on Wednesday as the Florida tracks will be in action. Gulfstream Park, in fact, has a mandatory pay. It's the last day of the fiscal year, so there's a special Wednesday program at Gulfstream. They had a mandatory this past weekend, so not a lot in the pool, comparatively speaking, but there is $26,000 in the Rainbow Six pool at Gulfstream on Wednesday. And again, it will be a mandatory payout because it's the end of the fiscal year down in Florida, and because of that kind of quirk of the calendar and the Florida racing laws, we'll also have some action over at Tampa. They typically have this little short 2-day summer schedule, today and tomorrow, that allows them to then have simulcast racing the rest of the year. And as I say, just a little quirk of Florida laws. But Gulfstream in action on Wednesday, Tampa in action on Wednesday and Thursday. Also, we will be covering racing at Finger Lakes, Delaware. Saratoga Harness will be on our agenda. Yonkers, Northfield, plenty of great action coming up on Wednesday, again, via the network, CapitalOTB.com, CapitalOTBBet.com as well. I'll be on the network during the afternoon with OTB Live. Make sure you tune in. Jump in about lunchtime, a little after lunchtime, 12:30, 12:45 or so, and take you through the afternoon with some thoughts on the Wednesday afternoon racing. So again, check us out, Capital OTB TV. Coming up on the promotion front at Capital OTB, Friday should be a lot of fun. We'll have an OTB Live bankroll. We'll be at Chris's Midtown Tavern in Menands. Swing on by and join us. Sign-ups are available to get on the bankroll team between noon and 3. 10 folks will be selected at 3 o'clock. I'll be playing all afternoon. And as usual, at the end of the day with our bankrolls, all the money is split up amongst the bankroll team. Should be a lot of fun coming up Friday. Again, on the road at Chris's Midtown Tavern in Menands. There's also a Belmont Syndicate special coming up on Saturday. You can check out to see if there are still availabilities to get on the Syndicate team by going to CapitalOTB.com. Saturday at the Clubhouse Racebook. It's a play-the-board handicapping contest. A lot of fun. Swing on by and see if you can pick up maybe a little extra money by playing the play-the-board handicapping contest at the Clubhouse Racebook. Sunday, Independence Day, there'll be a $100 online knockout challenge. You can always keep up with the promos and events by going to CapitalOTB.com. Now the answer to today's trivia question. Name the leading jockey and trainer at the halfway point in 2021. And again, yes, there is still racing this afternoon, but both the jockey and the trainer have such clear leads, they are guaranteed to be the leaders at the halfway point of the season. Leading jockey, Irad Ortiz. He has 200 wins going into Wednesday, and as they say, is a comfortable lead. Paco Lopez sits number 2 at 142. So it's 200 for Ortiz, Lopez at 142. Again, Irad will clearly be the leader at the halfway point. Similar situation on the trainer side. The current leader as far as wins at the halfway point of the year, Steve Asmussen with 273 going in to the final day of the first half of the season. 273 wins versus Karl Broberg with 215. So our leaders at the halfway point guaranteed to be, and they may add a win or two during Wednesday, but guaranteed to be Irad Ortiz and Steve Asmussen at the halfway point of the season. That brings us to the end of this edition of Capital OTB's Daily Report, brought to you by CapitalOTBBet.com. Again, we always appreciate your tuning in. Make sure to spread the word. Check us out every weekday morning at about 10 a.m. on the Capital OTB social media channels. See you tomorrow. Good luck this afternoon.